is
Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Wippa.
Happy Tuesday, guys. It's Fitzy and Wippa with you on Nova talking double lives today. I'm really interested to get some advice on this and how hard it is. Because there are a couple of families I wouldn't mind joining.
I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Juan.
One, what?
Sorry, it's Wippa.
The power of one.
No, that was my other person that I'm with, my other family I have in Spain.
Wow.
My name is Juan. I make
One
baskets for a
is
living.
the loneliest mongrel you can ever...
No, guys, I don't have a separate life. I don't have a double life. I don't have another family. Do you have another family? Because you spent a lot of time in Thailand.
Yeah. That was just a footy trip that got a bit out of control. But you know what? Like, there's an amazing story coming up. We had a lady that rung in, and her husband was a chopper pilot, so he was never home.
But was he really?
This is unbelievable. The lengths that this guy went to lead a double life. That's coming up.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Do you know anybody that's led a double life? I don't know how you'd get away with it. I don't know how you'd find the energy for it. And I want to know how long they kept it up for. This woman shares the story of her heartbreak after discovering her husband of 25 years and the father of her children has had a whole other life. Devastated. 3 kids she had with this man and thought she was the love of her life. She's been left broken by the deceit and the lies.
He would have known the whole time. It's only a matter of time. I'm gone here.
Yeah, imagine living with that panic. One day you will get caught.
You will get
But
caught.
maybe they don't. Maybe they live with this denial.
Then you've got to try to fake your own death and hit the road somewhere and find another unsuspecting family.
Hi, what are you doing in town? Oh, just needed a tree change.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd drop in and try the country for a while.
Welcome to Phuket. Yeah, it's happened. Without a doubt.
Why is it Phuket?
Well,
Why is
you
it
know,
always
it's always
Phuket?
Or America, where there's like 53 states you can hide in
Yeah.
or whatever. 52
Go and become a Mormon and then you can have more than one wife.
Yep.
She said, my husband, my rock, has been having an affair for over 17 years. We've been married for 25. 3 beautiful children in college. 1 lives at home, but it turns out he has a whole another set of life. So what he was doing, he was an insurance broker, so he would travel a lot. So he'd spend 1 week on, 1 week off, but his week off was with the other family. She sat down and she searched her husband's name. I don't know why she did that. And that led to another profile of the same name, but a different last name popped up. And there was links there to the fiancé and the other kids.
You're going to mess up at some stage. There was a well-known story of a footballer who came back from a game.
Oh, bolts.
No, yeah, or let's just say it was bolts. He came back from a footy game at the airport and unfortunately made the mistake that he told both of his girlfriends that he was coming back, and they both were there to pick him up.
They weren't just both Uber drivers standing out the front.
There was this moment of, oh, hey, honey, how...
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, honey. Oh, whoa, I might just go for a quick whiz.
What did he
And
do?
He's just running. He's done it for 2K time trial outside of the airport.
Broke all records, even carrying his luggage. It's an extraordinary effort.
Smashed his PB. It was
My
an
God.
unbelievable run.
This woman goes on to say that among these photos was him kissing the girl and being fatherly with the kids who looked nearly identical to the husband.
Oh, that's sad, isn't it?
Heartbreak, shatter. I mean, similar to the Chilean miners we've spoken about before on the show when they had the
Oh, that's
the
right.
candlelit vigil at the top.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, one wife turned up for one of the miners and another wife turned up for the same miner.
Yeah,
That's when
he went straight back down into the mine.
He was halfway up. They were about to clap him out of the top. He went straight back down for another year.
Down there for 73 days. Amazing effort. Hey, guys, I might just go back down. See
Thanks
if I can
anyway.
really smash the record.
Thanks for caring. 13-24-10. I know it's a Hail Mary. Mary. It's Mary had a little wham. I know it's a Hail Mary. If there's anyone out there with a story, how did they get away with it? Like, even having, are you running 2 phones, trying to remember names, trying to remember places? I mean, I can't keep up on a daily basis with what's going on.
It's not that hard to remember if you had 6 kids to 2 women to
Yes, it
remember
is,
their
Says.
names. No, it is not.
But imagine being at Family One and you go, hey, Toby. Oh, no, it's Jack. And then your wife says, why did you call our kid Toby?
What a defence.
Sorry, wrong family. That would happen all the time.
That is true.
Louise, welcome to the show. What story have you got for us?
Hi, guys. So my mother was on Facebook a few years ago and saw some people with a very similar last name to our grandfather. And after some digging, we found out that my great-grandfather had actually had an entire family before he'd had my grandfather. And he just disappeared during the war and then created an entire new family.
Wow. So did you get in contact with this new family, Louise?
Yeah, my mum did. We've connected and we've gotten to know them, and we visited a few times, and it's a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, is it a positive now, Louise? I mean, sure, it would have been confusing at the time, but are we celebrating great-grandfather's work?
We're celebrating new family. I don't know if I'm celebrating his work.
Yeah, fair enough.
He threw it around a bit.
Physically, can you see any, do they look the same, Louise?
Just you're stereotypical Welshman, really.
Right, okay, gotcha.
Okay. But grandpa had a bit of a penchant for the ladies.
Let's go to Michelle. She's up in the Southern Highlands, or down in the Southern Highlands. What was your partner leading? It's not your partner, Michelle, is it?
Yes, it is. It was my partner.
Whoa,
Michelle.
So how long were you with him for, Michelle?
For 7 years,
Yep.
and we were living together for about 3 years. And he was a helicopter pilot, and he was. He said he was offered a training job to train helicopter pilots in South Australia. So he was gone all week, and then he'd come home on weekends.
Yeah.
Little did I know that he was actually with his wife at the time during the week, and then he would tell her, as it turns out, years later. But yeah, we went travelling overseas, and nothing was revealed until I was sitting at the dinner table with his parents in Belgium. He was from there, and his father started regaling us with stories of his life, and I realised that they were actually the stories that my partner had told me happened to him. And he kind of, said to me, "Oh, look, his life story was so interesting, I just didn't see the harm." But as we were travelling through Europe, he was lying to people about what he did, saying he was a Channel 7 helicopter pilot. And
Wow.
and there were all the ding-ding warning bells.
Compulsive liar.
For that long, yeah.
And
You think you would know them.
what was the
Anyway.
big moment when you caught him out, Michelle?
When I returned home from overseas alone and pregnant with his child, and I got in touch with his sister, and he was very reluctant to have me around his family.
Yeah.
He told me they lived interstate, but they were like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Right.
About. He must have been exhausted. He was a very thin man, and I figured it was from all the stress of
Work.
holding this story together and lying to two reasonably intelligent women. And I got to catch up with her as well in the end after it all.
So how did you bust
After
him?
it all came out.
I mean, obviously you realised that he was lying because things just started to unravel. But
Yeah.
what was the moment you busted him?
I guess when I was sitting at the dinner table with his sister and brother-in-law, and his brother-in-law had way too much to drink, and
So why is the
he
brother-in-law?
just came out with the wife's name. He called me by his wife's name.
And then did you say, hang on a minute, who's Julie?
Oh,
Do
so
you think he did that on purpose to try and out him?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe
Good
so.
on him. So
There was, you know.
you met the other wife and the other family. I mean, how was that, Michelle, meeting the other family?
It kind of, by that stage, I was
Over it.
I was pretty much over it.
And what do you
But,
tell your son, Michelle, or your kid?
My daughter, she knows the story. She's 30 now, so it was quite some time ago.
Wow.
You know how those things feel like they happened to a previous person. But yeah, it was all very strange. And I just, in the end, you know, after a period of time, I was kind of glad that I actually came back from overseas pregnant and alone because it had all come out over there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he wasn't in her life. You know, imagine handing your baby over to someone who's a compulsive liar.
Oh, my God, that's
You don't want that sort of
extraordinary.
influence.
Last contact you had with him, Michelle, how long ago?
When I asked him for the money that I'd loaned him to fix his car,
Yep.
and I later found out was to pay his wife back for a debt that he owed her.
Oh, this guy's a stinker. Oh, Michelle, I'm so sorry to hear. Extraordinary story. Thank you for sharing. My God.
Kelly and St Ives. Kel, you got a story for us?
I do. I obviously, from my accent, I grew up in the U.S., and my grandfather grew up during the time of Prohibition, and he was a moonshine runner in the state of Alabama, and he hung around with a gang, who later became a gangster's mall named Ginny Hill.
Yeah.
And at his funeral, a man showed up that looked exactly like my mother and her siblings.
Yeah.
And he said he was Ginny Hill's son.
Oh, my gosh, he's got a family on the side, and they found out at the funeral, Kelly.
Yes.
That's the thing. Funerals are dangerous. Funerals are really... You always learn so much.
But they're also entertaining,
Aren't they? You want to sit on the sideline and you hope something like this happens,
So
Kelly.
did it break up the family, Kelly? Were people upset, or...
No, actually, they deputized a cousin to go up and talk to this man and was like, who are you? And he said he was Jenny's son. He never said he was my grandfather's son.
Yep.
But it was obvious he was there for my grandfather's funeral.
Wow.
There was also another instance where they found out that my grandfather had a secret marriage before he married my grandmother.
Something about grandfathers.
This is...
They don't mind mucking around a little bit.
I mean, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
Back in my day.
It's draining. I'm trying to eliminate stress in my life.
I know. I'm trying to
You know
keep it
what I mean?
simple.
I just...
He was quite a rebel.
Yeah.
Sounds like it, Kel. And you've got a couple of guys on the go as well, Kelly. Is that right?
no,
So the apple
Kelly.
hasn't
I
fallen.
wish.
Genetically, you haven't got those genes, have you, Kelly? No?
No, sadly, no. I left all
Bugger it.
that back in the U.S.
Good on you,
Oh,
Kel.
bugger
Great
it,
story.
'cause I was
Thank
keen
you.
on starting a new family. Ready to make up for missed holidays with whatif.com?
Gotta love an Aussie winter getaway, but bring on spring.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, holiday rentals, flights, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's really intimidating when your wife tells you for the first time, I got the audio of you snoring. Because you know what? You tell yourself your whole life that I'm not a snorer. Like, I've always said to her, I'm really good. And the reason why is because when I'm trying to get to sleep, I breathe through my mouth, not through my nose.
That's right.
Right? And I go, well, honey, you've got to try to breathe through your mouth because you can actually control it and you can't hear anything.
That's the snoring.
She goes, no, you're a snorer. And I said, you've never had any proof. I work on commercial radio, so it's my job to record you snoring and to play it on air. She got me. She's got me over the weekend. And it's hard for me to admit, but this is really annoying. It's not loud.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Had you had a big lunch or a couple of beers that night, a few Reds?
No.
You'd had a big Friday night, hadn't you?
No, I don't know. I don't think...
Were you in Melbourne?
Yeah, I was, but I think this was before that, mate.
You might have been extra tired.
So I've had this for a bit. And this is and unfortunately, I actually think that quieter snoring is actually more
painful
and annoying than the real loud stuff. Because you can give them a real good elbow with the loud stuff and go, can you just keep it down a little bit? Okay, so have a listen. It's a bit weird, but I don't know where this sound is coming from, but this is me snoring for the first time.
Oh, my God.
Is that coming from my nose?
No, there's a ferry pulling in.
Yeah, that's so what that is.
Oh, my God.
It's coming from your throat.
There's a passenger ship coming in.
The Ruby Princess is back.
Or it's someone on a ventilator on the Ruby Princess.
And even I'm admitting that is annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? I mean, BJ, when she has a crack at it, I mean, hers is a lot louder than that one.
That is not BJ.
Didn't you get in trouble last time for playing this audio?
That's the thing, right? First of all,
Oh, you're
Are
not
you
going
watching
home.
TV while she's sleeping?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Does she really snore like that?
No, she's actually really good. But
See-
I think there is a stage in a relationship where you have to record, don't you? You've
Yeah, you
got to
do.
record.
But my wife records me, so she shows me how bad it is, but more because she thinks I have sleep apnea, which is 100% correct, and I need to get that fixed. So I've tried many things over the years, but the mouth guard that I have, that can work. That actually works.
Do you know what?
But it dries your mouth out.
I think you're kidding yourself at the moment, mate. that I know you joke about this, we sleep in separate beds because of the kids and stuff like that. The kids are going to get to an age where they're going to be sleeping well. I think she's going to struggle massively when you say it's time to get back into the one
because
bed.
on holidays we're in one bed and she wears earplugs.
That's a holiday. You're having a good time. You're stress-free.
How loud is your snoring?
I don't know, but the problem with sleep apnea is it's not so much the constant snoring
It's the stopping breathing,
It's the
isn't it?
stopping breathing, but also says not just the danger for me, but the interference and that noise. So it'll be a... So you gasp for air because you do stop breathing. And I had a sleep study done once, and they said, we consider somebody to have sleep apnea if they lack oxygen in their sleep, 5 times an hour. You did it 48 times. So they said, I don't know how you've ever tried to learn anything or remember anything because your brain is starved of oxygen. You don't get the proper rest
you've
had. So I'm about to go and try one of those masks again.
Hot.
Oh, like
it's not what I'm doing it for. It's
Leonardo
for
DiCaprio, the man with the iron mask.
Yes, yeah.
Where
So
he gets a hairy face because it never sees the sun.
No, more Phantom of the Opera, to be honest. Just half a mask, and I'll wear that to bed
Have you
instead.
tried strapping a tennis ball to your back?
No, I'm not doing that, Says. I'm not doing any novelty
Or the
ideas that are
golf
going to
ball?
hurt my
It's not a
spine.
novelty. It works.
The sides,
You
can
always
also-
have that snooker ball strapped to your mouth on the
It's
weekend.
really weird. But normally when it's built into the leather mask, it's just horrible. You sweat on your face. So I'm
Lockjaw.
working on it.
Yeah,
There's no easy solution.
All I'm saying to you is I think you might be sleeping in the spare bedroom for a very long time.
all right with that.
Even when the kids are a bit older, you are all right.
And
with
you
that.
might be working for the ferry terminal for a long time to come.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Phones, they're the bane of our existence, aren't they? I mean, we're becoming addicted to our phones. There's no doubt about that. And the other thing as well, I mean, we can't stop looking at them. Did anyone see yesterday? This was a suburban football game, and the coach is trying to motivate his team, Sarah, before the game. Fire up, boys. This is the big one. And unfortunately, one of the boys, his phone was vibrating next to him, and he went to go pick it up. Have a listen to the coach's reaction.
Can they get the ball through the corridor? It's really, really simple footy today, right? Most of all, this is the West foot straight away. Hey! Put your phone down! Whoa! You focus on the game!
Whoa.
Hard at the man, very hard at the ball. It's as simple as that. That's the West foot straight away. Can you get up?
Oh, man. Hard at your phone.
It is fair enough. When you're trying to get someone's attention and they are on the phone. Embracing the technology of a phone as well, because it's always updating. This is the hard thing as well. And you know what? I don't know what age do you get to, and this is the thing with technology. I love technology, right? But, I'm in my mid-40s now. I was thinking the other day, when you get to like mid-50s or 60 and the new latest thing come out, I can't be stuffed trying to learn the new technology.
Mate, it's all the gaming stuff that you need to be across. Like, that's the future of it, and that's what the kids are doing. And what they're able to do so young, it's impossible to keep up. And my mum, the amount of times I've spent on the phone with her, and I'm literally talking her through, okay, now can you see the 3 dots in the right-hand corner? You need to go up to that. Press that. That will give you a menu. Now you need to go to that.
It's the modern day equivalent of resetting the Foxtel box.
Oh,
I remember sitting on the phone when I did the phones at 2GB and Foxtel box, there would be an outage and everyone would call and you had to individually talk them through off air how to reset
my God.
Do you remember back, in the 90s, in the 80s, it was, remember you had to connect the yellow, the red and the white cord to the back of the VHS? Even that was hard.
Audio and visual.
Maybe we'll get like a people are seeing it to come in, and each week we'll do a tech segment on the show.
That's not
Where
bad.
you can
Mate,
call
I
up
love
and
the tech segment.
Yeah, just
I love it.
Explain why your dial-up's not working.
How do I get my Wi-Fi to the garage?
So anyway, yesterday, unfortunately, we found out Huey's got a stress fracture in his foot, right? And the finals are just around the corner. So the doc, Tommy Cross, has said he's out for 8 weeks. So I wrote to my mum and dad, and I said he's really shattered. Can you maybe send him a text message of support?
Okay.
Dad writes back to me. He texts back to me. Of
course.
So sorry, Huey. Injuries are part of the game, mate. Make sure you're out there to support the boys. Poppy. And I wrote, send it to Huey, Dad, not me. And he goes, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Similar to what you did sending me a message, just select Houston's number.
That's very sweet, though. Like, what a nice
Says,
message.
remember I used to get emails from Dad, and the body of the email was written in the subject line.
Yeah. That'll be you.
What's this big bit below for? Just photos?
The other one, remember the dad who bought a GoPro and he did a whole Las Vegas trip, but he had the GoPro pointing the wrong way the whole time?
That's right.
So he's going, have a look at the views up there outside of Vegas. It's magnificent. And it was on him the whole time.
Or the woman who took the photo on her phone and then photocopied it because she didn't know how to get it off her phone.
That's it. So her daughter, she put up on Twitter, today I received in the mail a letter from my mum. It was a photocopy of her phone. She wanted to share a picture that is on her phone with me. A picture that's on her phone. She photocopied the phone.
That'd be my mum.
That is so good.
13 24 10. What is the one technology that your parents or your grandparents are really struggling to embrace? Taylor in Copacabana, what happened when you were teaching your granddad how to use Siri?
Oh, he is 91 years old and he has a really thick Scottish accent, and his name's Huey. And so when we were telling him how to say, hey, Siri, like call so-and-so, he thought we were saying, hey, Huey. So the whole time he was saying, hey, Huey, so hey to himself, and it was really funny.
Oh, you know,
to
my old
himself.
man's done that one, but he says, hey, Suri, play Edith Piaf. I mean, just in English will be fine, John. You don't need any culture on it. Remember a couple of weeks ago there was a photo posted at 2 a.m. in the morning of my mum on Instagram, just chins from down here.
Oh, that's
Had
right.
no idea she'd posted it. And then I had to call Dad early in the morning because she sleeps till 11 o'clock in the day. Had to call Dad and talk him through Instagram and how to delete a photo of Mum with several
I
chins.
got one at 2 a.m. as well, but
What,
it wasn't
from
of
my
cheese.
mum?
No.
That's weird.
Let's go to Mia now in Hunters Hill. What tech issues is your mum running to, Mia? Mia? Nope. We'll come back to Mia.
Hello?
There. Hi, Mia. What tech issues is your mum running to?
No, my grandma.
Yeah.
She likes to join befriend Facebook friends who
Yep.
she doesn't know, and she got XXX risk guy photos.
Oh, so she put up the XXX photos, Triple X?
No. She befriended Johnny, whoever he was.
Big Johnny.
She rings me up and she says, Mia, I got some live risky photos. And I said, what do you mean, Mum? And she said, oh, I don't know how I got them. So when I went over, I looked at them, I was like, OMG.
Wow.
I went, who's this, Mum? And she went, oh, I don't know. I don't know how they got on my phone.
Oh, Johnny.
A lot bigger than your father, darling, and I'm interested.
Johnny's a
Well, let
talented...
me tell you, Dad was mighty peeved off. And then I started going through a friend going, who's this? Who's that? And she
Awesome.
went, oh, let me have a look. I don't know how I got those.
But I'm catching up with him on Friday night for a drink.
She knows full well. Let's go to Tess now in Leppington. Tell us about your old man, Tess.
Good morning, everyone. My
Nice.
dad loves the soccer, and his biggest problem at the moment is the TV.
Yeah.
He's got the Foxtel box, he's got the Fetch box, he watches Champions League on Stan and Premier League on Paramount and the A-League, and he'll ring me at 4 and 5 in the morning because he can't figure out how to get to Stan, for example. So then I say to him, okay, Dad, I'll FaceTime you. So we try and do a FaceTime, and I'll say, we need to turn the camera so I can see the TV, Dad. And I'll talk him through that, same as you guys, one step at a time.
Yeah.
And then I'll say to him, okay, Dad, you now need to open your phone cover, because he's got one of them phone covers that folds over.
Yeah.
So then I'll say, okay, Dad, great. I'm looking at your coffee table. Can you hold it up a bit more? Once we actually get to that, then it's a circus act trying to figure out
Oh, isn't it
what
exhausting?
style he wants to use.
Yeah.
It is exhausting.
Tess, the other thing
When you're
too,
woken up.
Zoom taught us that very quickly we're going to get a good view of our parents' nostrils as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And
much.
English Premier League is on at around about 3-4 in the morning.
Oh, my
So
God.
He needs help. Sam in St Ives, what do you call your kids for, Sam?
I struggle with Instagram. It's the circles and the squares. So when I'm going to post something, what is it? Is it the circle or the square? Still, is it a post or a story? I have no idea. Young kids in the office laugh at me constantly, but they're so endearing. It's like, no, Sammy, you've got to put it in the circle or in the square.
You've got to get it proofread before you post it, Sam.
Good on you, Sam.
Well done. Matthew in Campbelltown, tell us about your dad.
Hey, mate, my dad, he's actually had a smartphone for years, but I'll send him something on Facebook through Facebook Messenger, whether it be an ad for a car or something, and he'll always reply via a text message. And I say, Dad, you know you can just reply on the Messenger? And he goes, yeah, I did.
He's good, isn't he, Matt? He doesn't sort of understand the difference in the service.
No, he thinks text message and Facebook Messenger is the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Well, let's go to Nignon. Last one in Kings Park. Your son-in-law's father was bad with technology as well, Nignon.
Yes, he was. He, with the COVID check-in, you know, the QR check-in code, we were sitting there one day and he goes, oh, look at all the places I've checked in at. We're like, what do you mean? And he had rolls of photos. Instead of actually clicking on the link,
he's taking photos of
the
them.
camera, he was taking a photo of the check-in code.
Well, do you know the worst one, Nignon? How's this one? My mum took a photo of herself going into a restaurant.
Great.
She had the phone the wrong way.
Checking in.
She thought people were taking selfies of themselves going in, and then you had to show the person in the restaurant that you've got a photo of yourself. This is who I am coming into the restaurant. She didn't know the QR code.
But then how proud are they when they are using a phone and they can try and answer something? John will be I can Google that right here on my smartphone. We all can, Dad. We all can.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
God, this is amazing. There's a nurse that's working in ICU in the emergency section down in Bendigo, the hospital down in Bendigo. An Australian nurse. Geez, you'd see some stuff coming through there, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, Bendigo.
If
you don't mind.
I mean, if you're going to learn the hard way, you got to start in ICU, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'd see everything. And with the emergency, and as you see on some of these TV shows, it's really rough. And it's like, we got to do what we got to do to save this person's life, and you're puncturing lungs.
Well, you got to be prepared to see some pretty sick stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So this nurse has listed the 5 things she will never do now that she's worked in ICU.
Okay.
Here's number 1.
1, chop wood, mow the lawn, or use a chainsaw only in thongs.
Chainsaw wearing thongs.
God, reattaching toes would be gross.
Only imagine of the feet that she's seen. All right, let's go to number 2.
2, ride a motorbike in only a singlet and footy shorts.
Yeah.
Something about footy shorts on a motorbike, isn't there?
Singlet, your back.
What's the first thing you think of? I'm thinking that you're going commando with your footy shorts on and something gets stuck in the spokes.
Yeah, or I mean, you'd be one hell of a lad if that was the case, but more you burn it on something.
Well, yeah, burn it, or there's no protection if you come off.
No
obviously.
protection.
You're taking skin off. Number 3.
3, go drinking and swimming.
That's clear. We know that.
Well,
Don't
that'd
drink
be
and
horrible.
swim.
Yes, in Bendigo as well. You're not going drinking in Bendigo. The water'd be freezing.
Swimming, yeah.
Number 4.
4, use petrol on a fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We know that one.
Do you know what? It's always those videos where they go, it's not working.
Oh, don't.
Well, just pour more on.
No.
Then you got to pour it back to where you are now.
You got to get up closer to it, mate.
It's like the check if it's lit. Is it lit?
Is it lit?
And this is number 5.
5, put any objects in any orifices that they don't belong in.
What's going on in Bendigo on a Friday night?
My sister used to work ICU at Vinnie's and on the weekend, and she reckons the stuff that used to happen in King's Cross that would come in.
Yeah, but I just slipped in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. It's a rolling pin.
I fell on it.
Yeah, I
Don't
feel
get any ideas.
Yeah.
Well, you must be dehydrated because Gatorade does not belong up there.
Oh, my God. I was in my bedroom getting ready and it's a deodorant
always
can.
a Powerade or a Gatorade?
Tom, I know you
That's what
hate...
I've heard. Why is it always that?
You hate to do it, Tom.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Not at this time. No, we're not doing it. No, that's a drive thing.
We've done it before on the show. When
Look, I'll give you the worst
when
one
nurses
I've
call
heard.
and tell us what they've seen.
Sarah, what do you got?
Secateurs. Garden shears.
Dear. What? Just to trim or?
Don't know, but
Dunno.
when you slip, you slip.
I mean,
there wasn't a rose bush up, or there wasn't anything.
Smells like. No.
middle of the night, and just out in the back shed and slipped on some seconds.
Must have been.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
It's a great story this morning about a report. Sorry, not a reporter. This is the Ontario Premier, Doug Ford. He was, if you have a look at the screen, he was answering a few questions on privatising healthcare when unfortunately a bee started buzzing around his face. Have a listen to poor old Doug here.
Not coming from the government per se, but the Premier. It's coming from the health sector.
Oh, no.
Oh, Christ. I just swallowed a bee.
Oh.
Holy Christ. I knew that little bugger.
Oh, because...
I'm good. He's down here buzzing around right now. Holy Christ. He's wedged in my throat. Sorry, guys. A little bugger got away in there.
It's quite dangerous.
What a goer.
Because that is
Sting
really...
you. Yeah, on the way down.
I'd love to hear from anyone who's been stung in the throat by a bee.
Could you actually feel it? Like when you swallow a goldfish?
I don't think you would feel it, but your throat would swell up, wouldn't it?
If it got stung, yeah, absolutely. If you're allergic, you'd be in all sorts of
Doug
trouble.
pushed on. He wasn't afraid of that. He continued to answer the questions. Thought we could celebrate a couple of other moments from TV. One, which you may have seen before, this was a reporter in the States, and he didn't want to take the job. He didn't want to do the report from a country town. So when he swallowed a fly, he wasn't wrapped.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The is that? I'm dying in this country ass town. Flying in my mouth. Let's get the out of this country, mother.
Let's hope he was live. Wouldn't that be a beautiful moment?
Oh, my
when
gosh.
something goes wrong on a live report,
It's the best.
It isn't it phenomenal?
Yeah.
And when you're watching it live, you think, oh, please let this go wrong.
When Steve Jacobs got, what was it, that geese?
I think it
The
was
geese that
like a
came up
chicken or a
and
rooster or something.
just started attacking him. That is the best.
I reckon Ben Dark. Right, Mackie, you're going to need to start searching when the mud crab grabs Ben Dark on the hand. I got one more for you before we get on to crabs and also Stevie Jacobs. Dr. Chris Brown, he was, when they were doing I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, and a fly went into his mouth. But I think the award goes to Julia Morris's line that she finishes with. Have a listen to this.
Save himself for the championship quarter.
Oh, really? What happened then?
Fly.
Sure it was. I can't trim it any shorter.
Oh, jeepers.
I can't trim it any shorter. Awesome. All right, what else have we got in the tank here now? We're on a roll.
Oh, my God.
What have you got in the system, Macca?
Just Ben Dark with the crab.
All right, here we go.
I just don't want to get bitten. Okay.
Yeah, we have
Right?
this one.
It could chop your finger off.
Yeah.
Could not get it off his hand. Just flicking it while a giant mud crab hangs onto his thumb.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Let me sing that song. Song.
That's right, guys. An early morning game of song. Play along wherever you might be as we stream live on the Fitzy and Wippa Facebook page. Good luck today, everybody. MDG in the booth, ready to go.
Born ready.
Sarah, reigning champ, has dominated so far in 2022.
I'm the reigning champ.
Yeah.
Went head-to-head with Tom at the end last week.
That's true. And you came out on top. Okay, guys. The first word, can't go out this round, is rain.
It's raining. Oh, it's raining again.
Dragon rain.
Mm-hmm.
Great song.
Rain on me, Lady Gaga.
Rain on
Madonna,
me.
Rain.
Rain. How does that go, Says?
Don't just make me sing it.
No, I'm not.
Tweet.
That's an honest question.
Rain, feel it on my fingertips. Hear it on my window pane. Your love
Nope. Did anyone go Summer Rain, Belinda Carlisle?
Nope.
Good song.
One of the great songs.
I don't think I did hear that at all. No,
Love
one did.
that. Love that song. Set fire to the rain. Good old Adele. Your beautiful wife, Inga, Tom, thought it was set fire to Lorraine.
Yeah, poor
You should
Lorraine.
never torch Lorraine.
No, which in the film clip. Horrific for that poor actress.
Far too confronting. All right, we move through to the next round. You can get the boot from this moment forward. The word is go.
Go. Wake me up before
Yes,
you go.
MDG, on.
Go by the Chemical Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Go West by, was it the Pet Shop
Life
Boys?
is peaceful there, Tom. Sarah Ann McGilvray.
I don't think I have one.
Sarah Ann McGilvray.
It's too early in the morning for this game. I can't
Why don't you
concentrate.
go and get stuffed then, Sarah?
Oh, that is not a song.
That is nice,
Oh,
Fitzy.
Did you say Let It Go?
No, she didn't.
Says you didn't. I'm sorry. I can only carry you so far.
That's fine.
It's all right. Let It Go. What a great song. My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion.
I love that song.
That's a crime not to be on that one.
I get it.
I get it, man. So beautiful. All right, we say goodbye to Sarah as we move on. 3 remain. The word is what?
What in the box?
No.
Good. What about me?
What about me? We're not accepting what in the bot.
What am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do with myself without you? What do I know?
How do I
live without you?
What about
Tom, where are you?
So What by Pink.
Oh, Tom, well done.
Yes.
Ryan, in your rambling, did you have any serious
You went
suggestion
with
there?
Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do With It, didn't
No,
you?
I
heard
didn't
you
get
say
in
that.
time.
Yeah.
It's down to Tom
Tom, do you
and MDG again.
Tom, very carefully, would you like to Google whether what?
It is. It's an actual song. It's by an artist called Sam Well.
Do we accept what in the box?
It's had 50 million views.
You said unfortunately not.
15 million views?
You said not.
Ryan James has scraped through with what you're still in.
Come on.
You meant to try and win the game, mate. If I'm handing out what's, then take them.
Pretty keen to have
Here we go. The word is away.
Away in a manger.
Oh, gee, where's your roll?
Someone has the info sheet.
Fly away with me
What's that?
through the night.
Tonight.
Fly away.
Usher.
You mean Fly Away by Tones and I?
Yeah.
And I was thinking Come Away With Me by Nora Jones.
Interesting. You could have gone Fly Away, Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Fitz is going to Bradbury this. He's going to be carried the whole way to the gold medal game. And then he's just going to win it.
I got him
But see, Bradbury wanted a medal. I don't want one.
I got him through on what?
I'm trying to get out.
Tommy hands him a free pass in the next round. 3 remain. This is extraordinary. Here we go. You got to be quick on this one. The word is shake.
Shake it like a tail feather. Shake.
What?
Shake, Metro Station. Damn.
And Shake It Off, Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Where were you, MDG?
Shake your tail feather. You know that.
Didn't that
Blues
Fitzy
Brothers
say
song.
that?
Oh God! Don't give him ones that I'm now saying.
Metro
Oh,
Station.
Metro. Sorry, I thought you were going shake it like a Polaroid picture, MDG. Well done,
No,
guys.
he
We
didn't.
move through. The word is USA.
Born in the.
Yep.
Go, Tom. You take the Miley Cyrus one.
Well, you just
Brian, if you don't want to play, don't start the game. Don't hate the game. Don't be a hater.
USA.
No, that's just a rally chant.
Is it?
No.
Ah, damn.
Tommy,
Am
you
I
there?
taking part in the USA?
You guys snuck in. Look at that. We say goodbye to Ryan James.
Bye, Ryan.
Do you want my one?
down. We get down to the similar battle from last week. DeGroot taking on Ivy.
Come on.
The word is blue.
I'm blue, dubba dee, dubba die.
Yo. That'll do. Whatever
No
those lyrics were. Thomas Bryan.
Oh, so blue, lonely for you. How come I? Is it? It's not Shania, is it? Who was that?
Oh, so blue, lonely for you.
Over. Yeah. Oh,
Either way, Tom, I'm impressed with your singing. We move on to the next word. It is cruel.
Cruel Intentions.
That's
That's a movie, not
That
a
is a
song.
movie.
You've got to be cruel to be kind.
By who?
I'd have to Google the name. I don't know.
Cruel to be kind.
Yeah.
In the right manner.
CCH.
You're not going to have anything here, MDG, are you? I'm
We're sure
handing it
Cruel
over.
Intentions isn't a song?
No,
Go
Cruel
on,
Intentions
Google it.
is not
Googling,
a
mate.
song. That is over. Thomas Bryan!
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Yesterday we kicked this off, Fitzy. We spoke about your world record that you currently hold. It's
Australian,
Australian.
not world.
Sorry, it's an Australian
I'll
record.
claim the world record.
Well, we don't know what is the world record for the under-9s long jump. There's another thing we should look into. But you have a national record that we're extremely proud of, but it has stood for a very long time, since 1986, when a young Ryan James looked at the pit and said, I can launch myself off that white line. Well, just behind it. And he jumped 4.73 metres. Mick Fitzgerald stood there. He was half-tanked at the time. He had a can in his hand.
Dad used to calm the nerves, used to take a little esky with him as well, and Mum used to have a deck chair there, Sarah, and there'd be a few other parents as well. It was, to be honest,
simpler times, weren't they?
It was one big drinking session for all the parents, I suppose, on the sideline. I don't know how we got home.
Should be.
But yeah, Tommy, I brought in a photo for you today as well.
Oh, we got photos, do we?
I tracked one down.
Yeah, we're popping it up on our Instagram right now. There's a couple of great shots of you there at the moment that it happened.
Oh, wow.
Well, you got to get heights, you know. Height.
Geez, those shorts are getting high.
I'll tell you what, you got to be really careful with those shorts. The jumper.
Unfortunately, I hadn't developed by then, Sarah, so I don't know what you could see. But yeah, it was. See those shoes, those Puma shoes as well? They were fast.
Mate, look at that, 303. Number 303.
You look like Lenny.
You look exactly like that.
I thought you were Huey. Huey was you all the way, but that photo is Lenny.
Well, I am Lenny's age there on the left.
That
under
is
10s,
incredible.
9.
The high-cut shorts, the trophy cabinet in the background. Your parents must have been so tanked and proud.
I still wear those shorts
Do you really?
regularly. Yeah.
Just to run around.
Just to go get a coffee down the road.
It'd be all sorts. You'd be arrested.
And I jump into the store, 4 metres 73. I've done it again, Dave. I'll have a latte with one thing.
Thanks, mate. Have an Austin.
Jeez.
You've just, Fitzy, you've just taken out 2 tables and some chairs.
I jumped over them.
Long jump champion, mate. Just get my coffee.
Sorry, I'm late. I want to welcome to the show Pat McGregor from Little Athletics. Hello, Pat.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pat, we're really good, mate, and thank you for joining us on the show. We're searching the entire state right now to find somebody for next Wednesday that could possibly be in contention to break this national record.
No, we don't want anyone to break it, Pat.
What does it look like out there? Is there much talent in the under-9s long jump?
Yeah, mate, we've got some of the best jumpers in the state right now. So we've got, from our state championship, so we've got the top 5 locked in to try and beat Fitzy's record. They've been training all off-season now, and they're really keen to get it beat.
That's interesting.
Little Aths is about to start, Pat, and usually you need a season behind you to get your to be at your best, to be at your peak. So you're saying that they've been trained a little bit earlier, Pat. There's something going on here.
Yeah, and we've just had our first primary schools carnival that we've held as well. So they've had some competition time as well under their belt. So
that's good.
They're ready to go, Fitzy. I know you're a tall guy, but we need to bring you back down to earth.
Hey, Pat, has there been many whispers around the Little Aths circuits these days in the long jump event where they've thought, are we going to break Fitzy's record today, guys?
No.
Fire up.
That's all they've been talking about. Even at the end of last season, we talked it up, and they were training that much harder, getting those extra yards out. They've been training all season for it. It's going to be beat.
You're doing a great job, Pat. I used to cherish my weekends at Little Aths. They are the best day ever. Yeah. I mean, you're learning every single event, track and field, and it was just a great day to get everybody together.
I hated it. It wasn't for me, Pat. It wasn't for me.
You didn't like fun? Wippa, did you? You didn't like fun?
No. So it was just that.
He doesn't, Pat.
I don't, Pat.
He's a killjoy, mate.
I was the guy doing shot put, pick up a rock, throw it off your chin.
So unfortunately, all the other kids were trying to throw it at him as well. That was really
weird. Got hit in the head a couple of times, Pat. Hey, Pat, we're going to check in with you, and we want to keep talking. Next Wednesday, I'm glad you've rallied a few kids that may be able to break this record, mate. So we'll be in touch.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to it.
Good on you, Pat.
Well done.
There was another discussion that happened here yesterday, Fitz. Obviously, we're trying to find the best talent around New South Wales to break this record.
Yeah.
Okay. We've put together a bit of a deal, a bit of a waiver that I've got here in my hand, which reads: Ryan James Fitzgerald agrees to waive all rights he has to tell any personal sporting stories on air if any challenger in the Little Athletics long jump is successful.
Oh, no.
If your record is broken.
I wonder if someone's going to get it.
This includes any reference to 5 on debut, Tom Cruise visiting the Sydney Swans, fouling yourself in a time trial, sniffing Kylie Minogue as you lifted her up onto a giant thong, your dad, Mick Fitzgerald,
it's one of my sporting
being the mouth of the South, your injuries, Bolts, Health Jones, the list goes on. You have to forego all those stories. We'll never hear them again if somebody breaks your record.
Not signing it.
He agrees.
All out of content. There goes your radio job.
Oh, there goes your radio job. It's going to be a bit quiet.
Lose a record and a job.
It's going to be a bit quiet
together
here.
of your stories.
No, we're not. No, that's not the idea.
South of France.
If you want to try and break.
Mattress tour.
If you want to.
Are we doing that one again?
Being home.
Are we just going to roll through all the hell, man? You're never allowed to give another nickname to a mate.
Wait a minute.
Fitzy
What do I need to do? Are we talking about shot put? Are we talking about long jump here?
5
What do you want?
kilos.
The worst thing as well is he's trying to list sporting achievements, but unfortunately there's not.
This is not about me, mate. This has got nothing to do with me. This is your moment.
You're talking at the moment.
This is your moment. Talking about you and the kids of New South Wales that are going to try and break this. If anybody breaks this record, that's it. We won't hear 5 on debut again.
I've got a feeling that someone will break it next Wednesday.
I don't think they will.
No.
I'm not joking.
I reckon I've got a feeling.
Let me tell you right now that you're not part of the meetings off air, so you're thinking we've stitched this up. Where there's absolutely no way we have found somebody that can definitely break this record.
All right. Well, it will be a surprise to everyone.
It won't be a surprise. It'll be a challenge on the day. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, come on.
This record has stood for a very long time.
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.